It's 10:59 and I'm still in my jammies, and I'm keeping this hand elevated because still having some swelling, and at least the temperature difference is evened out between these two fingers, and I am having a heck of a time trying to manage with this much this much use. Get a little bit here. Yeah, I can pull my pants up with this much. So far, all my painkiller has been Tylenol and one half of the good stuff last night. I had a really rough, really hard time coming off of that after shoulder surgery a couple of years ago. It's the kind of stuff you have to have a contract with your doctors to be on for a while, and it's scary stuff. So trying to avoid that as much as possible. It's very mildly painful, mostly just tingling. They gave me some kind of a local anesthetic instead of a whole hand nerve block. A whole hand nerve block would have been completely useless. I would not even have this much ability, and then I'm already having a rough time. I've gotten the Mega Tylenol into a Ziploc bag because even John and my mom were having a hard time getting the bottle open for me today. Bruce got it open for me last night. After last night's meds, I went a whole 12 hours without needing any. And then I just took a couple of these big but easily available over-the-counter Tylenols a little while ago, waiting for them to kick in, just to keep things comfortable. You know, I'm pretty sure that whatever it was they gave me, it has led to, it just feels tingly, like a really hard tingling, like pins and needles, like I fell asleep, right? Cut off circulation. I think that's gonna be wearing off pretty soon, because I don't think that's supposed to last more than 24 hours. I was trying to set up to edit my video for the 29th. I did a couple of shorts yesterday because I had said what day the surgery was going to be, and I didn't want folks on here worrying too much. I made it through. I'm not seeing any massive signs of gangrene or anything. Just gotta kind of reach in there a minute and check that the dressing is dry. And this is supposed to stay on for 5 days. So 31st, today, the 2nd, 3rd, I guess the 4th or 5th, it should come off. It's been difficult. I'm super clumsy. Everything's rough, but they called me. The hospital called me this morning to check that I haven't had any difficulties breathing, swallowing, no signs of fever. Do you need to call us? I'm like, no, I just want you to clarify that I'm not supposed to be changing this dressing. This stays on for 5 days. They're like, yeah, as long as it's dry. If it gets wet, if it gets soaked for any reason, you need to change it. I was like, okay. They're like, you got your notes? You understand your notes? Yes. You got any questions? Nope. Aside from that, am I supposed to be changing the bandage? Then no, nothing to worry about. Just a whole lot of resting. And I don't know, maybe my phone should live in this little gimbal thingy for a while, because I've been having an easier time holding the phone in this reclined state with my knees, and then working it with my right hand. And I can set it down and watch videos. And my dad's having a heck of a time with his computer issues, because his computer just knocked out on the 30th. Just up and died. He ordered a new computer, but he also ordered a new power supply, because the power supply would get here faster, hoping that he could, you know, at least get his stuff moved over. It's looking, he's like he's gonna have to move the hard drive into the new system. And the new computer doesn't work with the monitors he's got, because it doesn't have a VGA attachment. I'm like, so get an adapter. You can run out to Walmart or Best Buy or any old place and get like a HDMI to VGA adapter. That shouldn't be a problem. But no, He's getting a new big monitor so that he can watch movies and stuff, and I don't know. I've had some coffee, but I'm gonna sort myself out some food pretty soon, probably some cereal. I have not been having too much of a time using utensils. I thought that I might, but I did practice for a couple of days before this, so I do know that I can work a fork or a spoon or something as long as it's not too terribly heavy. So I'm coping. I think I'm gonna try to edit, but honestly, I might just not feel like it. I got something set up, but we'll see how that goes. Let me see how I can do this. It works. It does not work. Okay. This is difficult. I have managed to get myself dressed. I've not managed to brush my hair. I'm supposed to get John's help with that. And I have microwaved myself a plate of shumai. I don't know if it's pork or chicken with water chestnuts or what, but yeah, I even got some soy sauce on it. So actual solid food, not just coffee and the crazy amount of water I've been drinking to try to combat the fact that Tylenol can be super damaging to kidneys. So I look a mess because I am. But I'm hanging in there, watching a lot of short videos on the internet, mostly on Facebook, but a lot of them have been pulled either to Facebook through Instagram or the re-uploads of TikToks. At this point, I just might watch some TikToks. Or I might try to watch Shoresy again, since a lot of it didn't register the other morning when I was trying to stay awake. That might be the best option. Alright, it's currently about 10:41 in the evening, and I am about ready to wrap up my day, but I did not get a shot of my dinner. I had kind of a late lunch of some leftovers, closer to like 2 or 3, but I want to say it was around 7 or so. My oldest actually made omelets. He's been experimenting with stuff that he can do with omelets, and he always gets them nice and fluffy and cook all the way through, and they fold neatly, and just, he's really good at it. And it was good. He put like little baking crumbles and stuff in it. And he'd also made some shrimp that he just had to toss in the oven. He's turning 15 this year. There's no reason he can't cook. He's also noticed that the more things he learns how to make, the more things he can easily eat. That's a great way to learn. You know, you make way as you like to consume. I am currently uploading yesterday's video, and I have everything up until this edited, so I think I might be able to get this uploading tonight, which would have me officially caught up. I haven't been caught up in months. Like, it's been a really long time. I had such a backlog, I can't even remember when the backlog got bad. This is great. Mostly it's out of sheer boredom, despite the fact that I've had a lot of TV today. I think it was 2 episodes of Agent Carter and a couple of episodes of Shoresy, and I've been watching TikToks and stuff and trying really hard to keep this hand elevated. Gotta keep it elevated, right, so it doesn't get swollen. I've just been really, really bored. Well, I took my meds, I watched a little bit of YouTube stuff. It was some Cinnamon Toast Ken. I'm not usually real big on reaction channels, but these folks that he reacts with, usually Buff Pro, just so genuinely funny, and they try really hard not to make fun of how people look, but more like what they do, you know, behavior choices. The Goose Wayne guy on Dr. Phil, that was a particularly good one. when I start watching those, I get just dragged in. John got me to watch an episode of One Piece. And it was just as awful as I thought it was going to be. It's not my thing. Not at all. I may have made a comment about swallowing the contents of a can of alphabet soup and still managing a better script, but he didn't really appreciate that comment. I really don't want to watch any more of that. I could have been nicer about it, I suppose, but I don't want to watch that again. I am gonna figure out my pajamas. Okay, my kids are still wide awake, of course. Mostly because it's summertime and they can be. What time is it? It is, 11:57, so not quite midnight. I probably should have just gone to bed, but I've been messing around with Reddit and Facebook and news websites and stuff. So today was Wednesday. Tomorrow's Thursday. Then Friday night, I'm supposed to drop my kids off with their dad at their grandpa's house. I will not have my splint off by then, and it's become apparent through everything I've been doing today, everything yesterday, that while my doctor's orders were not to drive for 24 hours, I do not safely have enough hand use to drive. Not with a splint on. It gets in the way of gripping with here, so I don't feel I can safely operate the steering wheel. This drives me up the wall because even on some pretty bad days, driving is one of those things that I can do pretty consistently. I'm so glad that this didn't happen while school was still in session. I've been wanting some cookies all day, and I'm pretty sure we are out of them. What am I going to do with myself tomorrow? So the longer I stand around with my hand just, loose at my side, swinging, the more it feels swollen. I keep picking it, just holding it, like so. It's so weird, but even just up at the elbow has been helping with the not feeling swollen thing. I think I'm gonna have to take a couple more days of going easy at it. Everything is so weird. I think I've definitely hit the point where it's like less than comfortable. Feeling a little painful just swinging it there a minute ago. I'm gonna get my massive stack of pillows sorted out and sleep. Maybe my kids aren't making too much noise. Thanks for sharing my day with me.